It's the K Country Morning Show with Gabe and Carrie.
You can listen to us on the K92.3 app and on this podcast.
It's K92.3 with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack. Happy Thursday morning. You know, now that it's Thursday, this week has kind of flown by. I remember yesterday going, oh my God, it's only Wednesday. But now it's Thursday. I feel like, hey, we're Friday Junior.
Yeah, it feels like this week is a little bit longer than normal, I feel like, because I'm so excited for the weekend.
Yeah, you're ready for the weekend. You're ready for your big camping trip. Now, You won't be here next Monday, and there is one of two things you could potentially be doing on Monday. This is great.
I am so annoyed. So I took the Monday off, the Monday after the camping trip, the festival, so I could, recover, so I can get home at a reasonable time, shower, get cleaned up. But on
get food and water.
Yeah, on Friday, after 5, while I'm at this festival, I'm gonna have to call up the people of how I describe it. The government. I have to call up the government.
The
county and say, hey, do I have to go in? And they say yay or nay.
For jury duty.
Yeah, I'm so PO'd.
This is actually kind of insane. Carrie on Friday needs to call to find out if she has to be at jury duty on Monday. Carrie is going from camping, a festival, a great time, to potentially jury duty.
I am so annoyed.
Which is great. And if not jury duty, you obviously have the day off. So you won't be here regardless. But it's kind of funny. You're either spending it being a
relaxing.
or spending it hanging out with your cats.
Yeah. Either way, I'm going to be annoyed probably.
You know what I also find funny?
What?
I just got the same thing in the mail last week, sometime late August. I need to call to see if I need to be part of a jury, which is just so strange. I've never had to do that. I think this would be your kind of second time, right?
Yeah, this is my second time being called into jury duty.
Yep.
The first time I was without a job. It was it was during COVID. So I was like, this will be something to do. And it was a juicy case too.
Okay.
So I was kind of annoyed about that, but whatever.
I'm hoping they just tell me I don't need to be there.
I'm hoping they tell me I don't need to be there too, but otherwise I'm going to have to schlep all the way out of the campsite, go home, shower, and then go appear in front of a...
It's K92.3 with Gabe Glidden and Miss Carrie Mack. We've got the 5-second rule game. You know what, Carrie? It's kind of tough to play the 5-second rule game without the correct music bed. How about I click the one I meant to click?
Oh my gosh, Gabe. Come on, be better.
Sorry, you're right.
Better.
We're off to a rough start this Thursday morning.
We really are.
But I'm going to turn it around. Right now, you're getting my best effort going forth.
Please, for the love of God. That's all I want.
Carrie, can you name 3 popular... Is it a term or a phrase? Phrases or terms?
It's raining cats and dogs.
Yep.
A bird in the hand is 2 in the bush.
You know what? I can't prove you wrong, so it sounds great to me.
1 in the hand is 2 in... Something like that. And I love you. That's a phrase.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Or if you're Harry Styles, you use I adore you.
Yeah.
I adore for you. Just let me adore you.
You're the one thing I'll ever do. Okay, Gabe. Gabe, can you name 3 artists that you know of, but you can't sing many of their songs?
Queen. Freddie Mercury, A Little Too Good.
Yeah. No, but as in you don't know the songs too well, but you know the artists.
Oh, like all of them.
Okay.
Like every artist ever.
Okay.
Queen. I only know their hits, so I can't get you song 4 through 8.
You don't know the deep cuts.
Nope. Let's see. There's another band I'm a fan of, but fake.
Fake fan.
Matchbox 20.
Everyone seems to be a fake fan of them.
Yeah, I really love Rob Thomas's voice.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's cool, and I know his hits, but that's about it. And I have a great one for you.
Is that the one that does, I'll push you around, yeah, I will, yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Oasis.
Okay.
Which, I know some stuff, obviously, but not a ton of it. But I sing Wonderwall every time I'm at karaoke as a good little warm-up. But as far as knowing Oasis, I'm not great.
Right on.
Carrie, in 5 seconds or less, I want you to think about the 3 beverage essentials whilst you're at your camping trip.
Gatorade, water, and I got some hard cider.
All right.
Yeah, that's fair.
Essential.
Yeah, essential for me.
That's right.
There we go, brother. Gabe, can you name 3 movies that are in theaters right now?
I cannot.
Yes, you can.
I don't think I can.
Try.
Twisters.
Yeah, there we go. Banana. 4 times.
The Expendables.
I don't know.
Who's the dude with the long nose and the little minions?
That's Despicable Me 4.
Despicable Me.
Okay. And
Deadpool Wolverine.
yeah, there we go.
Look at that.
I did a really good Wolverine impression.
Carrie. Mm-hmm. I want you to try or not try. Just what are 3 of the most recent shows you've watched on a streaming platform? I'm going to assume Bridgerton is one of them.
Oh, that's one of them for sure. Abbott Elementary is another one. I've been finishing up the most recent season. And The Golden Girls, I've been rewatching that. Classic. Mm-hmm. Okay, Gabe. Can you name 3 shows that you think I should watch that I might not have?
That you might not have?
Yeah.
Okay. Vikings Valhalla.
I watched an episode.
So you have, but you haven't watched it, right?
Yeah,
So
I watched an episode.
You should watch. Oh, Uhtred. What is that show? The Knight's Kingdom or something? I
Okay.
can't remember exactly what it's called, but it has Uhtred the Great in it.
Okay. Not
then-
Uhtred the meh.
No, definitely not Uhtred the Mid. And then have you watched that 90s show?
I watched it. It was okay.
Season 2?
I didn't watch season 2.
I like that show, actually.
Okay.
Not the same, but
Yeah.
solid.
Yeah, okay.
All right. How's your brain feel? You warmed up?
It's okay.
It's K92.3 with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack. And we briefly touched on this yesterday, but we want to get your opinion today where we have kind of more time to dive into it a little bit. When I think about the Olympics, like that Olympic moment, for me, I think about the 4x100 relay in a swimming event regarding the United States versus, well, everybody, but mostly just France.
Yeah.
2008 Beijing Olympics, Michael Phelps was going for the most gold medals ever won by a single athlete in any sport or whatever, which it's always kind of going to be swimming because they can do so many different events. But Michael Phelps and the United States went into this 4x100 relay underdogs.
Yeah.
France had put together on paper, like the best team ever.
Yeah.
And somehow we managed to pull it off, helping Michael Phelps get his 7 gold medals. I remember my brother, my sister, me, my mom, my dad all standing up cheering, cheering on the swimmers, telling them to go faster, yada, yada, yada. And to make things even better, the French were kind of talking smack in the local press before the race.
Yes.
So I will never forget that moment in the Olympics. You can check it out on the K92.3 app. What's that moment for you, Carrie?
For me, I'm looking back and I'm realizing that a moment that really stuck with me was, I think this was like the beginning of my being obsessed with British culture. So the 2012 London Olympics, when there was that one little clip that they did with James Bond, Daniel Craig, and Queen Elizabeth. That video was so funny. I don't know why. Where she fell through like she was a secret agent or something. Do you remember that video?
I do not remember that. Is that like a promo? What was that?
No, it was like an intro to the opening ceremonies where they had her fly in.
Yeah, nope. I don't remember that.
It was. I really enjoyed that. I think One Direction performed at that. And that was during the height of my One Direction phase.
Right on.
So 2012 London Olympics, I was obsessed.
When Carrie thinks about the Olympics, it's not the athletes, it's the performers, and I respect it.
Exactly. Also, I think this year, we can all agree that Celine Dion's performance at the Paris opening ceremonies,
I didn't see it.
breathtaking. That's going to be iconic for years to come, especially if you're familiar with how hard the past few years have been for her. Just seeing her come back and being able to sing again is a really beautiful moment. Also, who was the guy? Was it Ryan Lochte who trashed a hotel room or something.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that.
Was that in Rio? I can't remember.
It was in Rio.
exactly
I
when,
remember
but-
that.
Yeah. So, basically we want to know, like, what is that Olympic moment for you when you think of the Olympics? You know, some people might remember the Dream Team in 92 that beat every team by 44 points. You might remember Muhammad Ali at the Atlanta Games in 96, the U.S. women's soccer team winning gold at the 96 Olympics. It could be anything, you know, it could be even earlier than that, whatever the case may be. A lot of people who are, I think maybe around my dad's age, they would remember the 1980 hockey moment where the United States beat the Soviet Union, and Al Michaels has the famous call, "Do you believe in miracles?" Yes, that you hear in like every Olympic promo ever. So just let us know, you know, what is that Olympic moment for you?
Yeah, for some people, it might be that the 1972 Summer Olympics because of the hostage situation, too.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily like the athletes,
Nope.
because for me, a lot of the things I remember the most are like the performances, the scandal around all of these Olympics, because it's very interesting what goes into making an Olympics happen.
It's the K-Country Morning Show. And Carrie, are you a big fan of EA Sports College Football 25? You're always going at home, building up your 2024 Iowa State or University of Iowa Hawkeye roster, building up the dream squad.
Sure.
Right. Well, either way, there's this college football game that has become one of the basically biggest games in the world right now. And there has not been like a college football game in like 11 years for, you know, guys and girls who like playing college football and on their PlayStations or Xboxes or whatever. And they recently dropped on July 19th, College Football 25, the first one in 11 years. And it turns out that Kinnick Stadium is going to host this really, really cool tournament for this college football game. It's been like bought by over 5 million people in the first 2 weeks or something. And it's just massive, absolutely massive in the gaming world right now. And you can play in this tournament all in the name of charity, which is really cool. If you would like to participate, $25 registration, and then you just have to raise a minimum of $200. All of it, once again, going to charity. And in charity, I mean by the name of the hospital across the street from Kinnick Stadium. There's going to be 240 players who can play in the bracket, and essentially it's just a tournament style bracket. If you are a college football 25 player, or you have maybe a kid in college, because you do have to be 18 years of age or older, but if you're just an expert on the PS5 sticks and you want a chance to see how good you really are in college football 25, you should check this out. It's actually pretty cool. I really wish I could go to it. I was kind of approached about doing that, but I will be playing in a golf tournament that day. So we might have some other people in the building at this event, but it's really cool at Kinnick Stadium. You get to meet coaches, players, and there's all kinds of other stuff with it, silent auction, yada, yada, yada. But just check out the details. It's pretty cool.
And even if maybe you're not too familiar with the game, you could still go and check it out, too.
Yeah, if you're not a gamer, that's exactly right. If you just maybe your buddy's in it and you want to just go watch and support him, or your girlfriend or whoever is playing in it, maybe you have a kid in college who's in it, you can definitely go watch. You can just pay for a $25 registration fee, and spectators can hang out in the Ted Paca, I believe is how you say it, the Ted Paca Family Club. You can play the game for free, watch the tournament games, participate in the silent auction. You still can have a great day at Kinnick Stadium. And this, once again, coming up late September, the last Saturday in September, if I'm not mistaken. So right in the heart of college football time, too.
I guess I'm going to have to get my thumbs ready for this.
That's exactly right.
Imagine me entering this contest. I would totally because the people who are participating we assume are very good at this game.
Yeah, I'd be willing to bet a good chunk would be pretty solid.
Yes.
If you're going to ever pay to be in a tournament, I'd guess you're probably pretty solid.
Yeah.
So find out how good you are.
Yeah, check this out on the K92.3 app. It's the K-Country Morning Show on K92.3, and it's time for your Nashville News Minute. American Idol is bringing back a former superstar to replace Katy Perry on the judging panel, and sadly, it's not Nicki Minaj or Mariah Carey. Word has it that Carrie Underwood is actually joining Idol as a judge next season, which is a pretty big score. As you're probably well aware, Carrie won season 4 of Idol way back in 2005. She was 21 at the time and was a frontrunner all throughout the entire season. That was the year with the two rockers, Bo Bice and Konstantin Maroulis.
The upcoming season 23, will air next spring, meaning it's going to be the 20th anniversary of Carrie becoming a certified superstar.
Wow, Carrie hopping on the judging panel, huh?
Yeah, well, it hasn't been confirmed yet, but there is word that it could be confirmed today. If you're wondering why Carrie is doing Idol right now, it neatly fits in to her career right now. She's been pulling back from the road to focus on her Las Vegas residency, which she just extended into next spring. So it would kind of make sense for her to do that.
Yeah, it's got to be the best. I'm sure it's fun touring around the world, being able to go to different places. It's probably nice at some point. You're like, I'm just going to stay in this. You guys come to me.
Yeah, exactly.
It's probably pretty nice.
At that point, when you're that big of a star, like it's like Celine Dion. It's like Elvis Presley back in the day. Like people come to you and,
Right.
They pay more money for it.
We want to know, what was your Olympic moment, or what is that Olympic moment you remember? The one that sticks out to you the most.
The one that's seared into your retinas.
That's right. When you think Olympics, you think of this moment. For me, it was in 2008, Michael Phelps and the rest of the United States swimmers in the 4x100 relay, beating France, who was heavily favored. And to beat them, we had to break a record and stuff. I'll never forget that. Every time I see the video, I get almost like kind of jacked. I feel like I could run through a brick wall type thing.
For me, it's a bit different. It's not necessarily the athletics, but all the drama that surrounds it sometimes.
Hey, two different kinds of people.
Yeah, two different. But like nowadays, I'm paying more attention to the actual sports. But that's going on later on in this hour. But in a few minutes, we're giving you a chance to win tickets to Brett Young. He'll be coming to the Iowa State Fair this month. I forgot it's August.
Yes, today is August 1st.
Rent's due.
One of my favorite things about the first day of a month, Carrie, is, and we say this every first of the month here, you know what? If your July stunk and you stunk in it, it's a brand new month. You have a whole new kind of reset for your chance to, just have a better month. I always like when we get a kind of a fresh restart.
Yeah. I'm happy that I have a place to live, but I hate paying rent.
Fair enough. Cody Johnson. It's the K-Country Morning Show with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack, and you have got a chance to go see Brett Young at the Iowa State Fair.
Yeah, I can't believe that the Iowa State Fair starts in like a week. It's absolutely crazy because it kicks off on August 8th, I believe, in Des Moines. It's going to be a great show, though. Some great performers coming through. Brett Young is one of the highlights, especially for country fans. We are giving you a chance to win tickets to his show. It's on Monday, August 12th in Des Moines. So if you need a babysitter, you might have to call them.
That's right.
Make sure you're home late, because it's going to be a party.
That's right. Call mom and dad or grandma, grandpa, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And, make a night of it.
Or have the kids watch themselves. They're 5 and 6. It's okay.
Right. Turn the monitor on.
Yeah, exactly. Just put them in front of the TV. It's all good. Play Bluey on a loop. They'll be fine.
That's right.
But what we're going to do is we're going to play a game called Brett Young or Old. We're going to give you two celebrities, and you just have to say which one is younger. Pretty easy. You got a 50-50 shot.
I think I can manage this.
Yeah.
It's not quite celebrities Gabriel doesn't know, but if, you have a hint at what their ages are.
Exactly. If you know who they are, you'll have a good shot at it. And we're giving you a chance to win right now. Call us up, 833-4985, color number 9. You will be the one to go home with these Iowa State Fair concert tickets.
833-4985. Good luck. It's the K-Country Morning Show. Who's this?
Jim,
Jim, how you doing, man?
pretty good yourself.
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Jim, I will say one thing I can appreciate this morning. We can hear you nice and clear. It sounds like you have some great cell phone service.
Oh, my gosh.
That's good. That way I don't lose you.
That's right.
Exactly.
It's been a strange week of calls dropping here. But, Jim, we've got a little game for you. You are caller number 9.
Woo-hoo!
Your chance to go see Brett Young at the Iowa State Fair. Good luck, Jim.
Sweet, thank you.
So, Jim, what we're going to do is I'm going to give you two celebrities, and you have to tell me which one is younger, okay?
Okay, which one is younger?
Okay, here we go. The very first celebrity I'm giving you is Ryan Reynolds. The second celebrity is Julie Andrews. Which one is old? Which one is younger?
Julie Andrews or Ryan Reynolds? I'm going to go with Ryan Reynolds.
There we go!
Yes!
Congratulations, Congratulations, Jim.
Well, thank you.
No problem.
You had me nervous there at the start, I will say.
I heard you say Julia Andrews. I was like, no, she's 88 and Ryan Reynolds is like 47.
Well, I was thinking of like Julia Stiles or whatever from one of those movies with the little ponytail and it's like a dance thing.
Julia Stiles.
I don't know if I know
Who's
who
that.
is. Hey, we're going to learn about a celeb from Jim this morning. Who is she?
Wait, Julia Stiles. I think she's in like 10 Things I Hate About You or whatever.
Correct. That's what I was thinking of, yes.
Got you. So what do I win because I got that right?
You didn't get it right. I just watched you look it up.
Don't be a snitch.
Don't sit here and lie.
Don't be
I'm
a
not going to
snitch.
let you lie to the K92.3
Gosh,
listeners.
Jeez Louise, Jim. I got a snitch on my hands.
It's the K Country Morning Show with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack. The Olympics officially have been underway almost a week, I think 6 days.
Yes.
As of today here, the United States leading in the medal count at this moment, or at least according to the last Google search, 31 medals total. And I believe France is second with 27, 26 or 27. I might have to re-Google it here.
Okay.
But either way, Olympics are on the brainstem here.
Yeah, they really are. And for all of us, I feel like it really brings back like nostalgia, not only for like, you know, the previous Olympic Games, but like when we've experienced seeing that sport in real life, we always have a really cool memory about the Olympics and feeling proud about being Americans.
That's right. And we want to know this morning, you know, what is that Olympic moment that you remember? The one that sticks out in your head, you'll never forget. Yeah, you remember where you were. You remember where you were watching, who was with you. And we want you to share that with us here today. For me, we had mentioned a little bit earlier, Carrie, and you can also check out this race on the K92.3 app. But the 2020, why do I keep saying 2020? It's the 2008.
It's a habit. It's all good.
Yeah, the 2008 Beijing Olympics. There was the big excitement over Michael Phelps going for the record of gold medals in a single Olympics, which he did get. It was 8. And there was one race. Well, there's maybe a couple more they weren't favored in, but they did win them all. But there was one race in specific they were really not favored in at all. On paper, they were arguably worse by a decent amount, just with the time trials and whatever. And I'll never forget when the United States and Michael Phelps beat France in the 4x100 meter relay. And obviously records were set. France would have set a record had they won, but the United States had their final swimmer. His name was Jason. Basically swim the fastest, like 20 meters in the history of swimming to catch up and win. And my dad and mom and my brother and sister, we were all in our living room jumping and cheering and trying to, you know, just make him swim faster because he could really hear us.
Yeah, all the way in China.
Right, exactly. And what made it even better is, you know, weeks before, one of the swimmers from the French or the France team was kind of talking some junk, talking some smack in the paper, saying, oh, we're going to absolutely dominate the Americans. That's what we're here for, blah, blah, blah. And then to watch them go out as underdogs and win was pretty cool. That was kind of my, like, 1980 United States versus the Soviets in hockey.
Yeah.
That was kind of my Olympic moment I'll never forget. So very, very cool.
Yeah, I remember Michael Phelps swimming in 2008. I remember I was at a friend's sleepover and like the dad was a quiet guy and the mom was a quiet woman. So we all just like silently watched Michael Phelps like swim really well. And I was like, oh, this is kind of cool, trying to start up a conversation. And everyone was kind of quiet about it. But the moments that I really remember, I've mentioned this before, I didn't follow the sports too closely. It was always the like opening ceremonies, or it was like the drama around things that really caught my attention. Like I remember the Beijing opening ceremonies really well. I remember the Sochi ceremonies really well. And I remember Tokyo because like, you know, it was right after COVID and it was only a few years ago. And I was with my family. It was the first time I'd seen them since I moved to Iowa. So it was a really cool moment there. But for me, it was the big moment that I remember is like One Direction performing at the London Olympics.
Sure.
And
two different people.
And the Queen of England doing a fun opening bit with Daniel Craig, James Bond at the London Olympics. I just remember that because I was really into like British culture at the time. So that was what was going on. I was a big fan of One Direction.
Well, there's probably a lot of people too who remember Muhammad Ali in Atlanta lighting doing the torch thing or whatever for the opening ceremony. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. That's what you remember, and that's what excited you at the time.
Exactly. And now I'm getting into all of the stuff that's going on. Seeing the rugby team, the women's rugby team doing so well for Team USA is really cool. So I'm excited to see in like 10 years what moments from this Olympics really kind of sit in people's minds.
That's right. Let us know, what is that Olympic moment for you, that iconic moment, the one when you hear Olympics, it's kind of the one that sticks out in your brain. Let us know either on Facebook, the K92.3 app. Of course, you can always message us there, or you can give us a call, 833-4985. Who are you with? Who was around you? Give us all the details, and we'll share your answers coming up very soon here, right after Jason Aldean on the K Country Morning Show. It's K92.3, the K Country Morning Show. What iconic moment from the Olympics will you always remember, or what's an iconic moment from the Olympics that you'll never forget?
We got quite a few on Facebook. We got a message from Rose who said, most memorable Olympic moment for me, and sent a video of Carrie Strug vaults at Atlanta in 1996.
Right on. That's a very popular Olympics, actually.
Yeah, I believe it. Another Carrie said, 1996, Carrie Strug sit down her landing on her first vault, then her second vault sticks it, standing on one leg. Later to find out she fractured her leg on the first vault.
Yep.
Carrie was 16 at the time and was jumping up and down that the Magnificent Seven had brought the gold home.
Yeah, I know in the 96 Olympics, that was also when the United States women's soccer team won a gold medal. That was, if I'm not mistaken, I have to double check. Was that in Atlanta? I'll have to Google it.
Yeah. Kathy said when the American hockey team beat the Russians, USA was the underdog. It was called The Miracle on Ice.
Yeah, they made a movie about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 96 Olympics in Atlanta. I think that's also the Muhammad Ali lighting the torch Olympics as well.
Well, that's what Mark said. Muhammad Ali lighting the cauldron. That was his moment.
There you go. Yeah, the hockey one, pretty sick, actually. One of the greatest underdog stories of arguably all time. Mm-hmm. And if you're into hockey, you would remember back then the Soviet Union hockey team. There was this big kind of mystery about their team just because they hadn't really worked their way on into the NHL at that point. So they were the most dominant players in Russia.
Yeah.
Basically. And all the other teams, or especially America and Canada, was kind of amateurs, just college kids, younger players, and to go step up against like grown 28, 30-year-old, like fully developed grown men in hockey. Very, very cool story. A lot of Minnesotans attached to that. So we grow up learning that, the mystery behind that.
The
Carrie.
lore. Russ said, I remember watching Nadia Kamenici being about her age and the music for her floor routine being very dramatic. Henry Mancini did her theme song called Nadia's Theme. Let's just say I became an instant fan. Still am.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there we go. That's a cool one. Frank also said The Miracle on Ice, hockey. We got a message from Connie in Cedar Falls. She said she remembers the Nancy Kerrigan and Tanya drama.
Oh, sure. The leg.
Yeah,
there's a
the
movie
leg.
about, a million documentaries, but there's a movie with Margot Robbie about that.
Yeah, Tanya. Yeah. Keep these coming on the K92.3 app and on Facebook. It's nice to look back and kind of remember these things. Shelly from Waverly said on Facebook, the 1996 Olympics, when the women's gymnastic team won gold, Carrie Strug injured her ankle on the vault. She pushed through the injury and stuck the landing on the second attempt, winning the USA gold.
Yeah, that's a great one. Great one. You see that clip all the time, I think, in Olympic promos. So a lot of great choices. Luke Bryan's coming up, and we'll jump on into our 8 o'clock hour here, where we do have a Throwback Thursday on the K Country Morning Show. I kind of remember looking out the window. I was like, is that lightning?
I'll be honest. Just like most of Iowa's seasons, like you wait 5 minutes, the weather is going to be different completely.
That's right. Yeah, for the most part, it's a decent day. Maybe around like 5-ish, we could potentially see some rain. But as of right now, it's like an under 50% chance. So we'll just have to wait and see for that.
Okay, not too bad. Not too shabby.
That's right. Luke Combs, Jelly Roll, Kenny Chesney are all coming up. And it also is a Throwback Thursday throwdown. Carrie and I put on the boxing gloves and we jump on into the Throwback Thursday throwdown boxing ring.
Yeah, we have some really good picks. I feel like they're both very good summer songs, too.
Oh, great tunes today. I don't think there's really a loser, technically.
Exactly. I agree.
Well, technically there is, but I don't think, both songs would be great to hear.
Yeah. And they're just perfect for, the summer. You can roll the windows down in your car while you're driving. Just have a good time.
That's right. Your first song is from the Tracy Bird.
If you sing the song, but obey the law. If you drink, don't drive, do the watermelon crawl.
I was looking up some information about that song. I guess there really is some kind of watermelon crawl or watermelon festival in Georgia.
I believe it.
There also is in Minnesota, fun fact.
Okay. Are you going to hit it up at some point?
Near Winona, Minnesota, actually.
Okay. Are you going to ever hit that up?
Probably not anytime soon.
Not a big fan of watermelon.
That is true. Not a giant fan. I mean, I'll eat it, I guess, if like it's around.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, your other song for today's Throwback Thursday is from Travis Tritt. Get your vote on for one of those two songs with the K92.3 app, and it will be the first song played in the 9 o'clock hour today.
Yeah, we have some good choices today, so go to the K92.3 app right now.
We've got Luke. It's the K Country Morning Show, and something we've been talking about a lot this week here is finally starting tomorrow. The wait is over here with the K Country Morning Show, and all of Iowa, especially all of Waterloo, the Cedar Valley, Iowa Irish Fest will be upon us tomorrow.
It kicks off tomorrow. We have a full rundown of everything, pretty much hour by hour, because every single hour there is something great for you to do. Whether it's go check out some of the great performers like the Screaming Orphans who are coming back to Waterloo for Iowa Irish Fest, or going to see some of the amazing Irish dancers, or doing some shopping, doing some retail therapy and buying yourself a kilt.
Yeah, grab yourself a green shirt or something. Yeah, I bought a couple last year, actually.
Gabe, you should get a kilt.
Yeah, why not? Sure.
Why not?
I just feel like it might be a nice breeze.
No, it is. Let me tell you, skirts are great.
There might be a nice breeze. I just don't know are they like a flannel material? Are they itchy? I would not be in favor of that.
Anyone who has a kilt, message us in the K92.3 app and let us know. I just think maybe if it's flannel, we step it up for Flannel Friday this year.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Bust out. Yeah, I think that'd be kind of cool. Might be cold in November. And with Iowa Irish Fest underway tomorrow, we want to hook you up with some passes today.
Yeah, we have another 4-pack of tickets for Iowa Irish Fest, and we've said this before. We'll say it again. 1 ticket gets you in for all 3 days. It's so much fun. There is something to do from the moment you walk in to the moment you leave. You're not even going to want to leave. That's how exciting it is. And just a heads up for the winner of this, the tickets are going to be at our Cedar Falls office.
Yes, so you will have to pick them up.
Yeah.
And, there's kind of a window tomorrow that has been requested.
And if it doesn't work for you, we kindly request that you maybe sit this one out.
Yeah, let someone win them who will be able to pick them up and, use them.
Exactly. But here's the thing. Waterloo, Cedar Falls, if you're familiar with the Cedar Valley, they're right next to each other. So it won't be too far for you to zip off on your way to Waterloo to Cedar Falls to pick up these tickets.
That's right. All right. We need caller number 9, 833-4985. Caller number 9 will have all the details on picking them up when we talk to you when we get you on the phone here. Caller number 9, ready, set, go, and good luck. It's the K Country Morning Show. Who's this?
Greg.
Greg, how you doing, man?
Good. Yourself?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Where are you calling from, Greg?
Cedar Falls.
Oh, well, that's
that's
beautiful.
Convenient. So convenient.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking, too. So,
Well, Greg, if you haven't heard, Iowa Irish Fest begins tomorrow, and we're giving away tickets or passes to caller number 9, which you are, caller number 9.
all right. Awesome. That's great.
Greg, so who do you think you're bringing with you to Iowa Irish Fest?
Well, if I don't bring my wife, she'd probably get pretty mad at me. So I should probably bring her.
That's a great place to start. You don't want to be destined for the couch for the weekend in the doghouse.
Yeah.
You always start with wife. Step A. I'm with you.
You got to build the squad around her.
That's right.
Yes, I agree.
Well, Greg, we hope you have an awesome time. Enjoy your day, and we hope you have a great time at Iowa Irish Fest. You can go all 3 days, 2 days, 1 day, as many days as you want.
All right. Sounds good.
It's the K Country Morning Show with Gabe Glidden and Miss Carrie Mack. Today is a Throwback Thursday Throwdown in which we have dived on in to the Throwback Thursday Throwdown boxing ring here. And Carrie and I have both picked a song, and we would like you to vote for which one you want to hear at 9 o'clock.
Both of them are fantastic.
I help, so I turned your mic on. Sorry. Go ahead.
Of course you didn't turn it on, Gabriel.
My bad. Can you say what you were about to say?
Yes, I can. I can do that for you.
Hey, thanks.
So both of these songs are great summer songs. I can picture like these at a tailgate, at a party, as you're getting ready to grill, do some of that stuff. Some great songs to listen to on the radio. Either song will be a win, but I do want my song to win. I'm going to say that.
All right. Well, we will get your Throwback Thursday Throwdown song choices played for you here. The first song you could potentially vote for, if you'd like, is from Tracy Byrd.
If you sing the song, but obey the law. If you drink, don't drive, do the watermelon crawl.
Or call an Uber.
All right. Yeah, there is. Yeah, Watermelon Fest is in Kellogg, which is very close to Winona, Minnesota. Which
Love
is
their
where I moved
cereal.
from. So
Love their
there you
cereal.
go. Yeah, there's probably all kinds of Watermelon Fests around.
Yeah.
All right, your next song you could choose is from a Travis Tritt. Get your vote on with the K92.3 app. We'll find out who the winner is at 9 o'clock. It's the K Country Morning Show with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack. Happy Thursday, or as we like to call it around here,
Friday Junior, brother. Let me just tell you, there are some iconic couples out there in the world. There is Brad and Angelina, who are no longer, together. There is
Great start.
J-Lo and Ben Affleck, who are kind of on the cusp. We don't know if they're still together or not. Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani, they're doing great. They're having a great time. And also another iconic couple is Gabe Glidden and his wife, Corey.
Iconic.
I think you guys are iconic.
Wow.
You're the benefer of.
I hope not. I hope not.
But if you want to make sure you don't end up like, Brad and Angelina, they're no longer together, or on the cusp like Benifer, there's this new hack that's supposed to strengthen your relationship. And Gabe, I want to challenge you to try this hack when you see Corey today.
Okay.
Okay, so it's called the 6
What is this, like do the dishes?
Listen, communicate.
Right.
So this is not something you should do like at an office or anything, but there's this 6-second kissing hack that's supposed to be good for your relationship. The Associated Press did a thing on it. A place called the Goatman Institute came up with it based on how long it takes to trigger the release of oxytocin. That's the love hormone that helps us bond with babies, pets, and each other. A quick peck won't do it. It has to be a full 6 seconds. They say if you do it every single day, it can make you feel more connected, increase oxytocin levels, and reduce levels of the stress hormone cortisol.
Okay.
The other option is a hug. But they say it takes 20 seconds of hugging to achieve the same level of connectedness you get from a 6-second smooch. I think that's why I'm so stressed. I haven't kissed anyone or hugged anyone in a hot second.
Okay.
I just need a hug, guys. A good 20-second hug, please.
I'm leaving early today.
But Gabe, maybe when you see Corey, like give her a 6-second kiss.
Okay, I'll get on that.
As someone who hasn't kissed anyone in a hot minute, is that a long time? A 6-second kiss? Would you consider it to be a long time?
I would say it's like, yeah, I'd say longer than
Yeah, and if you just like
average.
do the little,
Yeah, like-
peck and you just stay there.
Yeah, like when I go to work in the morning and
Yeah.
I kiss my wife goodbye, I'm definitely not sitting there for 6 seconds.
Imagine you're like, honey, we got
Well-
3, 2, 1.
It's not. I mean, it's obviously not her fault, but I get up and the first thing I do is, I like go to the bathroom and brush my teeth, right? Well, she's dead asleep. I'm sure she would prefer I'm not just sucking down her morning breath. You know what I mean? But yeah, that would be a bit long for me walking out the door. But when she gets home,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
There's way too many jokes that I could make for this segment, Carrie. So yes, I will try this today.
Yeah. What about 20-second hugs?
I do 10-second hugs to Corey when she gets home every day, and she hates it. I sit there and I'll hold it, and she'll give me the hug. It's fine, but she's very like, okay, let me go.
I need to watch Bridgerton.
Right. So I'm more of like a 10-second hug kind of guy, and then she's like, yep, that's great. Yep, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
She
Yep.
is. I've noticed that she's not good with the physical affection with other people sometimes. Like we go in for the side hug and even she's like, no, thank you. I'm good. I'm
Well,
done.
that's just you. So
Gabriel.
I'm just kidding.
But if you want to improve your relationship, just keep on smooching for 6 seconds.
It's K92.3 with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack. And before we get to our Throwback Thursday winner, I will say, Carrie, one of the nicest things about this time of the day is in the TV behind you, we have the Olympics on. We can kind of see what's going on. Watching the sand volleyball is pretty sick. We've really got to follow along with the U.S. men's team and women's team the past couple days. For the volleyball, and it's just been kind of sick. I'm all of a sudden like, hey, come on, boys, you got it.
Let's get it. Let's spike that ball.
Exactly. Jump higher, faster, stronger,
I do like their uniforms. I kind of want their hats. Like, I like the merch.
Cool. Yeah.
Man, imagine the damage I could do at an Olympics just by like how much merch I would buy. I could just fix the entire economy of Paris.
We do have our throwback. It's the K Country Morning Show with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack. It's August 1st. If your July stunk or you stunk in it, all right, you have a brand new month. We have a brand new kind of reset button.
Yeah,
Make July just a little bit better than August if you can here. And there are some things you can look forward to this month.
Yeah, so there are a good number of things to look forward to. Some of them are already going on or have been going on. The Summer Olympics run through the 11th. But then, Gabe, I don't know if you're familiar with this. The Little League World Series starts on the 14th.
When I was in
your prime,
my teens, I was always incredibly bitter towards the kids of the Little League World Series because
you want to be there.
I never got to go. I was an elite Little League athlete,
yeah.
And sadly, we never made it that far.
I'm sorry,
but I always wanted to. So I'm a little bit.
Could have been a contender.
I'm a little bit bitter towards all those 12-year-olds who.
So you're gonna trip them when you see them?
No, I just never really turn it on. But it is very cool for those kids.
It's in Pennsylvania, I think. I remember it being
Williamsport.
Yeah, it was a big thing where I grew up. I remember the NFL preseason starts tonight.
Football is back, baby. I've been waiting for 6 months.
The new college football season kicks off the 24th, and the U.S. Open of tennis begins August 26th.
Beautiful.
A lot of fun stuff to look forward to in the world of sports. But if you're like me, you're talking about what's going on the TV screens. Season 4 of Only Murders in the Building starts on Hulu the 27th.
I love that show.
I got to catch up. I haven't watched season 3 yet. And
a fake fan.
Excuse me. And The Lord of the Rings of Power for all of you nerds. Season 2 hits Prime August 29th.
Season 1 stinks.
I didn't even know there was a season 1. I thought it was still in the works.
Oh, it's just such a waste of time. But hey, if you liked it, go ahead. I can't watch it, though.
In theaters, Borderlands opens next Friday along with M. Night Shyamalan's new movie, Trap, which I definitely want to see. Alien Romulus opens the 16th, and the new remake of The Crow with Bill Skarsgård opens up August 23rd.
All right. Right on.
And there's some really good holidays. The 12th is Vinyl Record Day. The 13th is Left-Handers Day.
Hey,
finally get a day.
A day dedicated to us goats out here.
And the 16th is National Rum Day.
Hey, Captain Jack Sparrow,
Brown
come on
liquor.
over, brother.
And August 20th should be a day. Well, I mean, you always should keep your radio on, but August 20th is the day that, our egos get a little bit big.
Oh.
Because it's National Radio Day.
Oh. I thought maybe, I don't know, like the mayor of Cedar Falls or Waterloo or anywhere, to be honest, in the Cedar Valley decided that was National Gabe Glidden Day.
Well, I feel like if there's going to be a national holiday, it should be for both of us,
Do you? Why do you feel that?
Because I think we are a dynamic duo, like Tom and Jerry.
Oh,
Peanut
really?
butter and jelly.
Okay. See, I'm kind of a single sport athlete.
Okay. Then I can just go home and not finish the show. How about that?
It's K92.3 and children's kids. I just tried to say children.
Younglings.
I just tried to say children and child at the same time.
That's okay. We lasses and laddies.
That's right. When you're young, you know what? You're kind of a goofball. It is
Heck
what
yeah.
it is. You're just kind of a goofy little booger. And we have found a list of some things that, they're kind of strange that we all did as kids, but we don't really talk about it.
And here's the thing. I don't know why we all did this as kids and we didn't unionize, the power we had.
We could have created the world's best TikTok.
Exactly. If we tried hard enough. But there are some things that basically every single person definitely experienced as a child. Gabe, I don't know if you were of the same generation as me, and I think it still goes on now in schools, but would you ever do that Super S?
Yes.
Why were we all doing that?
We thought it was cool. It was something to do.
What was the significance of it?
We might have thought we were the next Picasso.
I mean, you're not wrong.
See?
It kind of hit. Like, it was kind of satisfying to do it and see the S come together in that beautiful way.
Yeah, it was kind of a little mini puzzle we got to
Yeah,
do.
there we go.
Yeah.
That we should have been paying attention to class with instead, with
That's
our
right.
brains. Something else that I feel like we all did, drawing a sun in the upper corner of a piece of paper.
Sure.
The sun's not there. I feel like it's like in the center most often.
Okay.
And also, we all drew
I mean, it
bird-
kind of depends on the direction you're looking, right?
You're right. That's a good philosophy. I appreciate that. Also, we all did the little V's for birds.
Oh, yeah.
remember that?
Or like as a really flat, curvy W.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why were we doing that?
It was cool.
Yeah.
It was something to do. Something easy to
Exactly.
do.
What's something that you think all kids did?
I don't know if all kids did this, but I think a lot of them did, or maybe we were just super weird. Do you remember in elementary school, you would have like this kind of little box thing that
Yeah.
would flip together, and it was normally meant for like colored pencils, your crayons,
Yeah.
writing utensils, whatever, right? Well, on the top, there was like this little flat rectangle in the middle of these.
Yeah.
We would take markers, color in the middle of these, green, blue, purple, whatever.
Yeah.
And then what you did was you used some Elmer's glue and glued in that little ridged area. If you let it dry overnight, you could come back, peel it off, and we use those as bookmarks.
I never did that. That is so cool. That's such a fun craft.
Yeah, the schools didn't want us doing it because their
Yeah.
desks were all of a sudden full of glue and what have you.
Yeah.
But I remember doing that a couple times with the coolest bookmarks in the history of life.
Okay, I support that.
Hey, thanks.
Man, this is something that kind of hits. Do you remember like the manual pencil sharpener?
Yep.
And you would go like you didn't know what you were doing on your test. Again, don't cheat. But you would like take a minute and you would go to the pencil sharpener and just spend a lot of time there. I would spend like maybe like a few minutes there and everyone would give me the side eye and the pencil would be all the way down to the
Yeah.
nub because I just didn't feel like finishing my test.
Oh, that was like our intro to what's it called? Like SMR. You wait for the perfect
ASMR, yeah.
ASMR. Yeah, you work for the perfect like smooth crunch.
Oh, yeah. I miss writing with pencils. Can we bring back, like, as adults, writing with pencils when we're not engineers?
What are some strange things you did as a kid? Let us know on the K92.3 app. It's the K Country Morning Show with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack. And in early May, a plethora of statues of the University of Northern Iowa's beloved mascot, TC, were placed all throughout the Cedar Valley as a community university project.
It was a lot of fun. It's called the Panthers on Parade, and I've been seeing them pop up all over the Cedar Valley. It's really cute because each statue is painted specifically for the location that they're meant to be at. Like there's one at Shields, there's one at Urban Pie. It's really cute. And there's also one at Structure Real Estate, or there was one at Structure Real Estate, but there was a crime, a vandalism, a mystery that was afoot.
Okay, so we have Carrie on the case here.
Yeah,
A
well,
little Sherlock Carrie.
Well, not really Sherlock Carey. It's more like I was following their social media to see what happened. But earlier, last month, Structure Real Estate, they were hosting one of the TC statues. And they saw this video on their security camera of someone going up to the statue that they had, picking it up, and it looked like he was trying to steal it, but he just dropped it on the ground. It shattered, and he walked away.
Okay.
We have the video.
So an issue gone wrong, it sounds like.
Yeah, I know. You can check this out on K92.3. We have the video of it up there. And they luckily were able to find a culprit. They were able to find someone after a private tip. So everything is all figured out now. And it's just a really weird thing to do. This is such a fun community project. Why would you try to mess with this?
You can never have anything nice. It really is just,
Exactly.
It's sad and disgusting, and it drives me nuts, to be honest.
Yeah.
You can't ever do anything just cool and fun and interesting.
Exactly.
Without some a-hole out there just ruining it for other people.
Well,
It's so sad.
The good thing is there were 27 sponsored locations, and there are still 26 of these statues that you can check out until October. You can check out the full list of where you can check them out at on the K92.3 app. Hanson's Dairy is one, Viridian Credit Union, Shields, Urban Pie, but unfortunately, no one at Structure Real Estate anymore.
You're waking up with